жидкое получилось. Может, что так и едят, я не знаю. Мне кажется, я когда такую кашу заварил, я вообще никак не знаю. Я в нее воды мало добавлял. Она даже не до конца влажная. Не, ну, короче, влажная. Бля, я, короче, перечитал этот бред сумасшедшего. Я без понятия, где искать этих вальденцев. Начать поиск с местной корчмы, блядь. Что, как, чего? Короче, надо отправляться в Ужицы. Пытаться найти, блядь, что-то там найти. Ну, короче, я попытаюсь все-таки. Вчера охуенно постримил, у меня этот обрывался постоянно, блядь. Так там ничего не застримилось почти. А какая разница? Че, успею я переночевать тут?
God watch over you. Good night. Especially in these dark times. Can I do something for you?
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay.
Here you are.
You've got it all to yourself. God bless.
Так, а где у нас спальня-то тут? Что, мне надо по лестнице залезать, что ли? Нет. Не понял, а где она, блядь? Не, что-то я реально не пойму, блядь.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings. Goodbye.
Так я вроде там был. Типа нельзя сохраниться, что ли, или что? Ну, походу, тут нельзя сохраниться просто. Или... А, вот она, все. Вот эта постель. Держа путь к восходящему, к восходившему солнцу. То есть значит, надо на восход. Ну, я понял. На восток, значит, надо идти. Получается, да? Или как? Так, давайте представим, я человек, который был под ЛСД, например, под очень большой передозировкой. И я навстречу восходящему солнцу. Да вот восходит солнце. Посмотрите, как... Слушай, смотрите, по-моему, у меня начались визуалы. Просто стоит посмотреть на книгу, и все сразу ясно. Выйдя из деревни, я попал на перекресток и не знал, который путь выбрать. Так что я упал на колени и стал молиться, и молитвы мои были услышаны, ибо палец Христов поднялся из-под земли, дабы указать мне верный путь. По нему я и пошел сквозь эти грешные земли. И внезапно услышал шум занятой работой тысячеглавой толпы, и узрел их королеву и их башни. Я продолжил свой путь, и внезапно разверзлись в земле пасть бегемота, и сломанные зубы его вздымались к небесам, подобно могилам мавитян.
И пошел я через пасть зверя, и на пути своем встретил во плоти апостолов Петра и Андрея, и был голоден, и оттого взял плоды трудов их и насытился. Затем я оставил их дом и увидел двух вдов, что плакали и гласили: я плакал с ними, и они позволили мне поспать в их тени. Ну, понятно, деревья, видимо, два, не знаю, что такое. Я пошел дальше по самому краю мира, и узрел ребра великого Левиафана, выброшенные морем на берег. Затем, кстати, мне кажется, я где-то что-то такое видел. Затем увидел я два моста через реку Иордан, и дьявол искушал меня и пытался заманить на тот мост, что справа. Но я разгадал его искус и пошел против его воли. И затем я, наконец, узрел врата в сад Эдемский, обильно увитые зеленью. Их охраняли соломенные чучела, однако они увидели, что я добрый христианин, и позволили мне войти в сад. Ну да, я все запомнил, конечно, блядь. Вон там перекресток, там, кажется, шла речь о каком-то перекрестке, возможно, это он. У меня, по-моему, книга под дождем портится, не? И размываться начала. Так, а где палец Христов-то, который должен был здесь подняться из-под земли? Что он тут мог увидеть такого? Что-то как-то я не совсем на восток, по-моему, вышел. Все-таки, мне кажется. Типа, вроде как я на восток иду, но что-то как-то... Нет, мне кажется, я не туда иду. Там другой перекресток есть, надо там чекнуть. Палец Христов. Может там, блядь, что-нибудь увидим. Хотя вообще, бля, не, мне кажется, все-таки туда, наверное. Или нет? Просто я тут ничего не увидел такого интересного, примечательного, когда выходил. Надо чекнуть. Так, а это что такое? А, ну так вот, я, собственно, на перекрестке сейчас и нахожусь как раз. Ну вот же палец Христов, наверное, точно. Конечно, придорожная часовня или что это? Двигаем туда. Там что-то было про башню, они реально на башню вот эту штуку похожи, не? Короче, в любом случае надо двигать по дороге. Или про зубы. Короче, надо двигать по дороге. А вот здесь вот... Шум занятой работы тысячеглавой толпы. Это улей, короче, я понял. И узрел их королевы и башни. Короче, ясно. Мы правильно идем. Стопудово. Я продолжил свой путь, и внезапно разрезала в земле пасть бегемота, и сломанные зубы его вздымались к небесам, подобно могилам мавитян. Типа это вот это, что ли, пасть? Или что? Что какие зубы-то здесь, да? И он тут увидел зубы, но это надо совсем у него, видимо, то есть передозировка серьезная была. Ну, наверное, все-таки. Блять, я не уверен. Ну ладно, давайте туда. Короче, будем считать, что туда так апостола какого-то что-то он встретил. И взял от плодов их и насытился. Этот кого он там встретил? Так, опять перекресток. По логике, короче, он там, каких-то челов встретил вот здесь, вот, видимо, они увидели, что, типа, ну, в общем, мужик трепует и дали ему, короче, перекусить, чтобы его отпустило. Но его не отпустило. Так, это кто у нас-то? Ну, 100 пудов. А, ну, смотрите, да? Все логично. Этот с удочкой, по-моему, короче, как апостол Петр, наверное. Якобы с удочкой был. Кто сеть в рыбу ловили, ну, неважно. Короче, вот здесь он тусанул стопудово. Стопудово он здесь тусанул, короче. Похавал вот. Здесь вот вполне возможно. Затем я оставил их дом и увидел двух вдов, что плакали и голосили. Я пошел дальше к самому краю мира и узрел ребра великого Левиафана. Так, что за вдовы? Что плакали и голосили? Ну так он по полю дальше пошел, или как? Мне вообще казалось, что он по дороге должен идти все время. Ну, тут вариантов-то и нету. Ну вот только в какую сторону он пошел, вопрос. Честно говоря, непонятно вообще. Нет, давайте все-таки попробуем дороги придерживаться, потому что мне кажется, что ну, это совсем трэш, если надо по полю куда-то идти, блядь. Там. Хотя нет, почему, блядь, не знаю я. Короче, я попробую дороги придерживаться пока. А значит, он здесь потусил и пошел обратно, получается, дальше по дороге. Как дорога шла. Просто я здесь еще не вижу никаких вдов пока. Ничего, надо проверить. По дороге вот он пошел. Блядь, что заебал на самом деле. Я, может, вообще не туда иду и, короче, сейчас... Ладно, пока у меня утро, я еще бодрый, у меня настроение хорошее. Буду наслаждаться природой. Hey, you have some stuff. куда-то, я хуй знает, куда я пошел, блядь. Этот не вот этот соломенный там. Я, конечно, насчет китов, я так и не понял, что он там увидел. Но не вот это ли соломенные, блядь, какие-то там чучела или что там. Которые охраняют вход в сад Эдемский. Ну, только тут их много, они везде, блядь. Какие именно нужны? По-моему, я заблудился, короче, я без понятия вообще, куда идти. Сад Эдемский. Ну, что, типа цветы, что ли? Это здесь, что ли? Ну, да нет, тут много где цветы растут. Блин, ну красиво, конечно, все-таки. Вот на ультрах это вообще, наверное, охуительно выглядит все.
You fucking stinky kid. I'll fucking show you. No. Christ.
Хотите трип мне испортить, да? Прогулку по природе утреннюю. Ну, блядь, за это, конечно, смерть наказание. Ну, других вариантов нет. Да, бомжи очередные, короче. Короче, походу, я вообще, блядь, не туда пришел. Бля, я, короче, заблудился вообще. Где я нахожусь-то, блядь? Мне надо, короче, на дорогу на какую-то уйти. Серьезно. Ебать, вот это мне повезло, конечно. Подождите, а что тут такого-то, в общем-то, собственно, ну и... А, ну все, нашел, походу, реально, бля. Пиздец, ну это как иголку в стоге сена случайно найти на самом деле. Потому что после того места с домиком я вообще уже не уверен был, что я вообще в ту сторону пошел. Может, мне с той стороны реки надо было идти.
A cross, nicely carved. Someone in the village might recognize it.
These onions will make you weep like a baby. But oh, wait till you get them in your mouth.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for the owner of this cross. Do you happen to know whose it is?
No. I don't. But why not ask the priest? He blesses all the crosses in the village.
Thanks. I'll ask him.
May the Lord watch over you.
А вот, кстати, он.
God be with you.
The village folk said you consecrate the crosses they keep at home.
Indeed I do. Why do you ask, Hal?
I was just wondering if you could remember who owns this one.
I could, but I might not want to tell you.
Why?
People said they saw you talking with the vicar. They're afraid that Sir Hanush sent you here to help him.
Well, that is basically true.
Jesus Christ, Hal, are you insane? To get involved with a man like that?
Sir Hanush sent me to find out what he wants, and to get him out of here if possible.
Well, then we share the same interest. But I'd still prefer it to end with nobody burned at the stake.
You and me both.
That's good to hear. Where did you find the cross?
Let's do a deal. I'll tell you where I found it, and you tell me whose it is.
Very well. Tell me.
I found it in the woods. It looked like people met there. There were other things, candles, a cloth, and so on.
Damn it. That really does seem like...
That the vicar is right to be looking here. It surprised me, too. So whose is it?
The cross is definitely the Bowers, I remember that. But that just can't be. I can't believe it. If they really are heretics, though...
What do you want to do?
I don't know. But I'll do anything in my power to prevent a heretic witch hunt taking hold here.
I see. It wouldn't make Sir Hanush too happy either.
My thoughts exactly. But the question still remains what to do about it. The vicar won't give up till he's found what he wants. You know what, boy? Before we do anything else, we ought to make sure whether there really are heretics here.
What do you propose?
That's simple. Listen to how they say their prayers.
But how can I listen to their private prayers? I don't suppose they'll be praying that way in the church.
Certainly not. In the church, they'd pray the usual way. But at home, it's a different matter entirely. I know they meet at the farm in the evening with all the domestics. They'll surely be praying then.
All right, but how can I listen in?
I don't know. Crouch beneath the window? Climb up in the loft? That way you'll be sure to hear everything said in the main room.
Right, I'll get on with it.
See you later.
Garlic, beetroot, asparagus.
Что, может, с викарием надо поговорить? Сейчас с ним поговорю, то он точно устроит здесь какой-то коловрат. Надо вначале самому все выяснить, правильно? А где? Так, где этот священник, короче? Надо еще раз спросить у него там, где это хозяйство Бауэров. Походу, блядь, не... Ну, как всегда в этой игре, блядь.
Pull me an ale.
There's something I...
Is there, my...
There are a lot... What? I see.
Go and ask... Good luck, then.
Ищи сам свечи, блядь. А, о, у меня есть отметка тут.
Yeah.
Короче, надо сохраниться, дождаться ночи, блин. Или вечер, когда молится-то, блин, во сколько? О, даже так сюда нельзя заходить. Мне кажется, что они молятся вечером часов в 9. Надо где-то вот к этому времени. Да, без палева, конечно.
Ah, I could try listening from here.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which we are bound to receive from thy bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. They took old Wenzel to the presbytery today. His farm is nearby. It's only a matter of time
Before they come for me. I know.
And what are we going to do about it? That vicar is baying for blood, the beast. He will devour you alive.
I do not intend to do anything about it. I shall not waver from my faith, nor turn my back on it.
My dear, what on earth are you saying?
If they come for me, I will go quietly. And I will not lie.
Are you serious? Don't you know what they'll do to you?
I can well imagine. But I am resolved.
The Lord have mercy.
Do not fear. I surrender to God's will. And I do not condemn you if you decide to leave.
I'll stay by your side, although I'd rather that you decided otherwise.
I know. And you have no fear, my brothers in Christ. Stay true to God's plan, as I shall. Go and spread the true faith amongst all good folk.
I'm sorry, I wish there was another way.
You should eat your supper and depart right away. Who knows? You may come for us at dawn. Sweeten up your day.
God be with you.
So I went to check on the Bower farm, and I don't have good news.
Do tell.
They most certainly are heretics, at least as far as I can tell.
Are you sure? What did you hear?
Well, for a start, the evening prayers were led by a woman.
That is certainly unusual, but nothing conclusive in itself.
But that's not all. They're afraid the vicar will be coming after them.
Who wouldn't fear that? That swine finds fault with everyone.
Well, it's not like you'd have to try too hard. Mrs. Bower plans to confess everything.
Confess what, exactly?
Most likely her faith. The people of the farm were trying to discourage that, but her mind's made up.
Oh, good Lord, that's all I need. What am I to do?
I don't know, but we have to help them.
You're quite right.
Да, блядь, какие они еретики, они просто с церковью как бы немножко, не знаю, и, короче, это типа смешно. Я не видел там ничего такого, блядь, чтобы можно было их еретиками назвать. Не знаю, ты Генри, конечно, туповатый, конечно. Тогда можно любых вообще христиан, которые, короче, даже могут не отклоняться от конфессии, а просто там какие-то молитвы не так прочитал, там пару слов заменил, уже еретик получается, что...
Convince them? That's easy for you to say. You haven't heard her talking.
I'm sure you'll find a way. You have to try at least. For their own good and for yours, Hal.
You're right. Someone has to help them.
I'm glad you see it that way. Now,
Типа, возможно, это нормальный способ, типа, решить проблему и плюс заодно священника этого забрать.
good luck then.
Понимаете, да? Ну, нельзя.
Yeah.
Непреодолимые препятствия. такое ощущение, что это играли, но она реально то заточена, что типа ее проходить еще раз. Но, короче, я не буду этого делать. Я пока еще не знаю, может DLC какой-то поставить или забить вообще. Вообще я хочу Волгалу, блядь, Assassin's Creed. Ну, сука, конечно. Ее надо играть с нормальной оперативкой. Не 4 гигами, мне кажется. С другой стороны, Одиссея как бы нормально ебашила. То есть вполне играбельно было. Если Волгала также будет, то похуй, можно играть. Если хуже будет, то уже не катит. Движок там тот же, но хз. По идее, вообще по логике, если там тот же движок, ну блин, они могли увеличить количество объектов, все дела там. Ну все это в настройках подгоняется, то есть. Хз, короче. Ну просто типа на каких-то там высоких настройках у меня комп не потянет, бля, в любом случае, мне кажется. Та же видюха даже, там серьезная нагрузка на карточку. Да и на прос, кстати, тоже, в отличие от этой игры. А на средних там уже и оператива-то, в принципе, даже не сильно нужна. Ну, нужна, конечно, но то есть не так критично уже. Не такие объемы используются, не так много подгрузок. И даже с файлом подкачки 4 гига, ну, типа лагов не так много будет.
Good morning.
Mistress Bauer,
What is it you need?
I've come to ask something of you.
Have you? And just who are you, young man?
That doesn't matter. The important thing is that I want to help you and your husband.
I admit that I'm a little confused. You've come to ask me something, but at the same time you want to help me. What's going on?
I want to ask you not to confess to the vicar. Just take your husband and get out of here while there's still time.
I have no idea why you're so taken with my fate, or how you found out about my intentions, but I'll tell you one thing. Changing my mind is out of the question. I won't betray my faith, nor my brothers in Christ.
But now you've got a chance to escape. Surely you won't throw it away.
I won't oppose God's will for me.
For heaven's sake, woman, if it were God's will you should burn, it would have happened a long time ago.
You can't know that.
And don't you think the investigation is dragging on a bit? Do you think nobody in the village speaks badly of you? Don't fool yourself. Those old people from the farm who keep to themselves, they're ripe for denouncing, aren't they? And yet nobody's come to arrest you so far. It may just be that God is giving you time to get away.
You may be right, but I can't lie. It's against all my teaching.
You won't have to lie if you're never asked any questions. Just leave. You can preach elsewhere. I'm sure you have lots of friends who'd love to take you in.
But I don't...
Я не понял, они типа какие-то протестанты, что ли? Или что? Вообще они не... Какие протестанты могут быть, блин, в начале 15 века? Или могут быть? Я не помню.
I'm so weary of the endless persecution.
You should pack up and run away as soon as you can. The vicar might get here any minute.
Thank you.
Don't delay.
Goodbye.
Так, ну я не знаю, что делать. Ну и что дальше? Теперь он сказал, бегите, чуваки, они дальше продолжили жратву готовить. Ну окей. Пойду-ка я к викарию. Так, подождите-ка, не по... А, это другое задание. Так, вот этот маскарад вообще... Ой, блядь, что я нажал? Что я нажал? Так, вот этот маскарад вообще убираем, не буду его делать в пизду, блядь. Там что-то надо каких животных убивать, нахуй, они, блядь.
No one has a great respect for me, but still they're always coming to me for something. I'll show you.
Apples straight from the tree, melons right off the vine, and beetroot fresh from the field.
Надо, ну, не знаю даже, что делать теперь. Надо сохраниться, наверное. Или нет.
Enough to buy horseradish, hotter than a burning torch. Come now.
My respects to you.
The parish priest here in Ujis, he's a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken lightly.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he got up to, though. Good luck to you.
Radishes, carrots, and apples that'll put a smile on your face.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Aye, there's room. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem.
Here you go.
You'll like it here.
Сиест. Устрою себе сиесту. Блять, что викарию-то сказать, короче, я даже не знаю. Ну, походу, с ним придется побазарить.
God be with you.
Непонятно, блядь, что, типа сдать их, что ли?
I found them, Monsignor.
Pardon me?
I found the heretics.
Really? And who are they?
The Bauer family and their entire household.
Well, I expect you to give me some evidence. In the last few days, I've been hearing how practically everyone here is a heretic.
I found that place the captive heretic talked about, and I found a family cross there. It took a bit of asking around, but I learned it belongs to the Bowers. Their farm isn't far from here, to the north. And then all I had to do was go there and do a little spying.
What of it? What did you hear?
Nothing at all. The farm was deserted, not a living soul anywhere.
Ha! They fled. So they are heretics.
What will you do, Monsignor?
It's not the first time the devil's spawn has fled from me. I'll do the same as always. Track them down and capture them. Don't worry, they won't get far. Thank you for your help. You may leave. Take care.
Сюда, пожалуйста. Что там священник-то, кстати, пойдет со мной или нет в итоге? После того, как я от викария избавился.
Henry, I'm glad you came. Good health to you.
There's something I need.
Is there, my son?
There are a lot of dead and wounded.
I'd like to help you, Henry.
What's happening?
I have a delegation here from the Archbishopric in Rome. They claim I have a heretic in my parish.
I see.
Я же на квест закончить, наверное, этот. Это я столько урона получил сейчас вот. Ну ладно, бывает. О, блядь. Лошадь застряла, как всегда, блядь.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
It's all sorted out, sir. You've no need to worry about the vicar anymore.
Excellent. Some good news at last. I've heard some pretty wild rumors from Oogis. So what happened there exactly?
Maybe this will surprise you, sir, but there really were heretics in Egypt.
Are you telling me the vicar didn't come to stick his nose in my possession?
I don't know about that, but he definitely suspected there were heretics hereabouts, and he was right.
Christ, a man doesn't expect that sort of thing in his own fiefdom. Did you catch them?
I warned them, sir. They ran away.
Warned? You warned them? For fuck's sake, Henry, have you lost your mind? Why the hell did you do that?
They didn't look dangerous. In fact, except for a few small things, they didn't act in any way different from ordinary Christian folk.
Don't ever speak that way again. For the love of God, if they're heretics, they belong in the flame. And that is that.
Походу, не тот я выбрал вариант.
And I've had my own disputes with the clergy, but I'll tell you one thing. My whole fiefdom, the whole, and whoever...
I understand. I'm sorry, sir.
No matter. At least it's clear you have a mind of your own. Oh, it's good that you ask questions, but now... Better get out of my sight, lad. And examine your conscience. God be with you.
Че, я даже награду не получил, блядь? Нет, это не серьезно. Блять, я походу не тот загружаю сохранение, да? Короче, нет, не вариант. Блять, надо другой вариант. Значит, научите, как бы игры чему учат, блять, что врать это правильно, иногда хорошо. Не, на самом деле так оно есть, конечно.
God save you.
I found...
Pardon me? Really?
And then...
Ha!
What will you...
It's not... Don't take care.
What business have you?
It's all sorted out, sir.
Excellent. I've heard some...
Maybe this will...
Are you telling?
I don't know about that.
Christ.
No, they ran away. The vicar's investigation wasn't exactly low-key. Anyway, they've definitely fled beyond your estate.
Well, that's at least something. The vicar?
He's probably hot on their heels.
Well, I hope he doesn't come back. Anyway, Henry, thanks for dealing with that vicar. You pulled a thorn from my side. Here's a little token of my gratitude.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Нихуя себе, меч какой-то дал он мне. Вот так вот, не зря, блядь. Не зря я перезагрузил сохранить. Я думал забить. Типа думаю, ну что там, гроши какие-то. Ну, хотя... Да не, нормальный длинный меч, хороший. Нужно попробовать длинным мечом попользоваться, а что-то я все хуйню какой-то пользуюсь. Главное не сдохнуть, блядь. Сузанов сейчас все это не делал. А, хотя не, по идее у меня сохранилось, не? Что тут? Где тут лагерь-то? Что-то я тут не вижу лагеря никакого. Походу с той стороны, наверное.
Is that all you've got?
О, у меня сейчас получилось, кстати, походу. Типа камбу сделать.
Who's there? Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter. All right, now you're dead. Ow. Well then. Enjoy this.
Блин, меня еще бьют. Ай-яй-яй.
You'll get what for!
Take that! Is that the best you can... Here!
Bollocks!
You gonna cry?
Ну, убегайте, хрен с вами.
Army Commander! I'm gonna enjoy this. I'll swap.
Блядь.
Is that the best you can do?
I'll read your
Ну ладно, хорошо. По идее, у меня должно было сохранение быть там после того, как я с этим поговорил. Ну да, слава богу, хотя бы так.
wait for you.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Well, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Что за хуйня?
Bring it on! What's the matter? Come on!
Да вы охуели, блядь, как, сука, с этим таргетом играть? Как с ним играть, блядь? Тебе невозможно, блядь. Не, какая же боевка уебищная, блядь, с этим таргетовой системой. Только 1 на 1 нормально реализовано. Против нескольких противников. Это можно, да, предрочиться, но это так убого, блядь. Это типа, знаете, а большей части будет не научиться, а просто обузить какую-нибудь хуйню, блядь, и все. Короче, в пизду я в рот это пилил, блядь. Ебаная игра, блядь. Короче, я сейчас ее закончу, попытаюсь, блядь. Как можно скорее. Доела эта вся хуйня. Эти баги, блядь. Это недоработанность, недоделанность постоянно. Это боевка уебищная, блядь. С таргетовой системой, которую невозможно, блядь, использовать нормально, нахуй. Ну, может, боевки я зря придираюсь. У меня просто еще тап хуево работает, блядь. Переключается плохо, еще таргет.
Enough! Please! I'm going to enjoy this! I'll slaughter you!
Как же у меня эта игра жопу подрывает. Ну, блин, боевка не очень мне нравится здесь. Мягко говоря, не очень, блядь. Таргетовую систему не люблю. Привык к нон-таргету. Ну вообще все, да, надо, блядь, заканчивать уже эту хуйню, да, на самом деле. Короче, ну как минимум растягивать я ее точно не буду. DLC я не буду никакие покупать в пизду. Да-да-да, покупать, конечно. Я ж покупаю, блядь, все игры DLC. Денег-то у меня дохуя, поэтому как бы могу себе позволить. Ну, правда, не могу себе позволить комп нормальный. Ну, вы понимаете. Где этот священник, блядь? Если он сейчас не согласится со мной ехать в Талленберг, в лагерь, я его нахуй прирежу прямо здесь. Я не знаю просто. Я, блядь, все сделал, что надо, блядь. Что тебе еще собака надо?
Greetings. There's something I need from you.
Is there, my son?
There are a lot of dead and wounded.
Has someone requested my...
Sir Divish himself.
Well, 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 Sir Divish sends for me, and you're doing the asking.
Ну, заебись,
How
наконец-то.
could I refuse? I'll go... Good luck, then.
God be with you.
Have you got a bed for them?
But you've already...
No, thank you.
Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, get out of here! This is no place for the likes of you.
В смысле не место? Тебе здесь не место, блядь.
Get out of here!
Браконьер хуев. Ну хотя на самом деле, что такое браконьерство, блядь, в те времена? Типа ты на землях лорда без разрешения. На самом деле нормальное дело, потому что хуй в рот этому лорду, блядь. Ща охуел, блядь, еще земли себе присваивает. Ну, с другой стороны, закон того времени, закон есть закон. Бля, где этот лагерь? Быстрее бы его найти, сука. Так неохота сейчас блуждать тут. Бля, там где угодно здесь может быть вообще. Так, где он не нашел? Ну, якобы. А, вот он. Че, может, пизды им дать заново?
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Over here! Bring it!
Это что такое, блядь?
Curse it. Dupsy-dee-dee. Now
Он какой-то потный был.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
See you later.
Чуть-чуть подхилиться надо, прежде чем куда-то войти.
God bless you.
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed. That serpent from Valdic gave us the slip. I should have known he'd had his fingers in it all. If only I could catch him.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it. Still, the best I'll be able to do is lodge a complaint against him when the king returns, and just thinking about it gets my goal. And my arm's killing me. Damn it! Goodbye.
Ну, под замес ставлю графон. Надеюсь, так будет нормально. Скорее всего, будет не очень, блядь. Надо на минималке ставить. Ну ладно, попробуем.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That István's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, István will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier. This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Goodbye.
We've got them! And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
Чё они затупили-то, блядь? Смотрите. Какой пиздец, а? Да. Эпично это выглядит, конечно, в кавычках.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzik? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here. all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah! Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there.
Yeah.
Alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you found Tom? Sneaking into... Yeah.
Блять, он еще медленнее скакать не может.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had...
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. Yeah.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. There's no sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it.
Вообще по-английски забавно прозвучало. Он назвал этого чувака Бастард, хотя по сути он сам Бастард. Игра слов.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Město mě vřele vítá ve svém nitru. Nemusím nic skrývat, zde nejsem ničím štván. Navíc nejsem cizincem.
Меч он не забрал, что-то там непонятно, какие-то, и, блядь, титры идут, я что-то не понял. Типа это DLC там будут какие-то, что ли, которые продолжают эту историю или что? Ну и хер с ним тогда, как бы не особо-то и интересно. Может мне кто-нибудь объяснить, как эта музыка, блядь, вообще, как ее вот сюда впихнули вообще? На основании чего они решили, что этот трек подойдет как бы к субтитрам? Ой, фу, к субтитрам, к титрам. Это, блядь, вообще просто, блядь, сколько же тут идиотизма, конечно. Ой. Не, ну реально, ну что это такое, блядь? Вот это прям, блядь, ну это настолько не в кассу вообще. Я, честно, я просто, я в шоке, блядь. Я просто в шоке, нахуй. У меня когнитивный диссонанс вообще. Я не понимаю, блядь. Что это такое? Зачем этот тег сюда впихнули вообще, блядь? Им просто нужно было какую-то группу пропиарить или что это такое? Блять, это просто ужасно. То есть, знаете, вот... Ну как же так? Ну, блять, и так-то не очень впечатление от игры. Еще вот это вот... В конце прям вообще, ну... Кошмар. Просто кошмар, я считаю. Я не знаю, будет там еще какой-то контент, и буду я что-то еще доигрывать, но DLC я, наверное, ставить не буду, скорее всего, все-таки. Не хочу я никакие DLC, короче, брать, ну их нахер. Что по игре могу сказать? Графика прикольная. В плане как природа нарисована, очень тщательно, очень прорисовка хорошая, детализация высокая, выглядит классно, в общем-то необычно достаточно, я бы сказал уникально в каком-то роде. Для своего времени это однозначно бомба, как бы, ну, в плане прорисовки графики, именно как природа, именно выполнена в первую очередь. Ну и модели персонажей тоже неплохо выполнены, конечно, не хватает разнообразия, не хватает лиц там и так далее, но в целом в этом плане работа проделана хорошая. Что касается геймплея, что касается сюжета, я здесь просто промолчу на самом деле. Геймплей, ну не сказал бы, что он полностью провальный, но он близко к провальному, потому что, ну честно, боевка очень средненькая такая какая-то, мне не очень понравилась, но на любителя, я не буду осуждать, кому-то может эта боевка показаться интересной, классной. В чем-то есть своя фишка, то есть она по сути не совсем ужасна, она нормальная в принципе, может быть даже для кого-то она хороша. По тому, что игра недоделанная местами, куча багов каких-то. И я уверен, что далеко не все из них я увидел. Плюс еще какие-то, ну, типа, закос под хардкорность, на самом деле просто неудобства какие-то доставляют специально игроку. Ну, в общем, как мое мнение, то геймплей здесь слабоват. Реализован не очень хорошо. RPG-составляющая тоже. По мне так, это закос под классическую RPG какую-то. Возможно, не совсем худший вариант, но и не лучший однозначно.
doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Какая же хуйня, бля. Господи, боже мой. И ушли в закат, или в рассвет там, или куда-то.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Stop for a bit. I'll just give you a quick search.
Be quick about it.
Are you deaf? Well then.
Чё-то я не понял, что за сдавайся, блядь.
Right, that's it.
А, то есть я совершил преступление. Нехило, вообще-то я сын пана, ничего, так нормально себя чувствую, блядь. Да, блядь, гениальная игра, нахуй, в этом плане, конечно. Что, блядь, чего? Поднялся куда не надо или что, я не пойму. Ну ладно, бывает.
Hey, hold right there.
Опять все, я нарушил закон, блядь.
Are you deaf? Well? Can you hear me?
Ты чё за прикол, блядь? Что-то я в шоке, я не понимаю, что происходит, блядь. Что это такое, блядь, сука, гной, блядь. Я сейчас и удалю, нахуй, эту игру, если я сейчас из сюда уйти не смогу. Я в рот ебалась же. Что это за издевательство, нахуй? Это, блядь, слово логика здесь вообще, походу, запрещено. Оно под запретом, блядь, как юридическое учение. Мне надо туда выйти, хорошо, допустим, я туда не могу выйти или что, блядь? Это вообще какой-то рофл, блядь. Чё за хуйня? Типа я нарушил закон, когда, блядь, где? Я его нарушил еще до того, как, короче, здесь оказаться возможно. Каким-то образом во время битвы, нахуй, в этом, в замке, блядь, что-то там наступил не туда. Прикиньте, короче. Ну и что-нибудь такое, блядь, по факту. Все.
I have to search you.
Why?
For security reasons.
I'm here on important business, and you're gonna hold me up with some bloody inspection.
Well, if that's the way it is, go ahead then.
Понятно, блядь. Так, мне куда надо идти-то, блядь?
Hey! What's going on?
Such are my orders.
For God's sake, don't bother me. Any delay could cost lives.
Well, that's the way it is.
Что происходит вообще? Что за рофл? Что они ко мне пристают, блядь?
God!
Take care.
God save you. See you later.
Good luck, then.
Бесполезная, блядь, вещь. Ладно, все, в пизду.
Garlic soup for the winter, onion soup for the spring. Asparagus for taste and food for what ails you. Try them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
The question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up great privileges, too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn when they...
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghof is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghof tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son. So what do you think? Think of it.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
In the courtyard. The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Rattay instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements, dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, all right then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out of there.
Anything for you, my lord.
Goodbye. So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Bergov is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodsey? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
Блять, как мне эта болтовня уже надоела, а?
And that Bergov we're going to...
Чувства меры у них, конечно, вообще нету совершенно, блять. Вот это все читать, слушать и медленно скакать. Не, ну я понимаю, да, что типа, смотрите, какая графа, смотрите, какие поля, какая дорога. Да-да-да, круто, круто. Я все это увидел уже, блять, я уже не первый час играю.
What about the League of Lords?
wealthy.
Тем более у меня сейчас графа стоит далеко не на, даже на тех, которых надо было. Мне уже впадло, я не хочу ничего переключать, я хочу просто уже закончить и все.
But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Блять, без максимального сглаживания невозможно на это смотреть, блин.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite. Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I've a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna iubat!
Конец, блядь, понимаете, да? Ну, типа, зачем там заморачиваться? А продолжение, типа, и не будет, наверное. Хуй его знает. Типа, чё? Не знаю, DLC там есть с продолжением этой истории, или это новую игру надо ждать? Типа Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Ну, короче, понятно. Да, сюжет прям, блядь, вообще захватывающий, конечно, очень. Все? Да, все, короче. Финита ля комедия.